Since early last year, making all kinds of borrowing more expensive, especially those credit cards. The average APY is now.
So the ingredients are whole grain oats, sugar, salt, natural flavor. But it's called maple and brown sugar. It's got some maple leaves on there. That would lead me to believe there was maple in here. If this said blueberry and there wasn't any blueberries in it, I don't think that'd be right.
They tried to trick him.
Yeah. Good. There's a parking lot there. There's nothing else.
Can't. It's one way.
You gotta go left, sir.
I can't. It's one way.
Right there.
Oh, I see. Go
and
across.
don't go through the red light this time. I know you were about to.
I was.
We'll get it right.
No left.
It's a good thing they don't make you make that driving test and take that driving test over, Fred.
That's right. I don't know if I'm going to do it.
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the I-90 East ramp.
Is that code for? I don't know if I can pass it.
Right.
Yeah. Leaves are still pretty. Turning stone. A lot of money generated at these casinos.
Yep.
So we got 3 hours and 20 minutes to get to Sturbridge.
Keep right at the fork. Follow signs for I-90 East, Albany.
I-90 East, we're heading all the way to Massachusetts. You know, I-90 ends in Boston and ends in Seattle.
Kind of odd.
Yeah, Seattle to Boston.
Continue on I-90 East for 103 miles.
Hudson River, buddy. Fred and his pillow.
It's kind of pretty.
Yeah.
2 pillows.
Brick wall, make it right. It's a big building.
Breakfast served daily. I like the sound. Well, I'm glad they didn't get us too close.
Let me go in here. Not bad. Well, we're on ground level. Benny. Benny. He's missing out. Benjamin.
There is no coffee in sight. I tried everything. Went back in the kitchen. I'm not a quitter, but it is clear that coffee is not available here at the conference tonight. And Fred can drink coffee at 10 o'clock at night and go right to bed, so I'm gonna get us both a cup.
Until
One quart, 1.6 ounces. There's a lot of speculation. You broke it right down. Yeah.
I love it. Wow. There's a float. Wow.
Mechanical flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh wow, this is cool. Yeah, when these things go up for sale, it's like there's not many of them out there, but the salesman would carry these around.
Yeah. Oh wow, drop flues and everything.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
So I wanted to make it clear that this is not the trucks are some people that they don't they're just in their mind there's no discussion. And I'm like, well,
Look at this.
what research have you done? What's your evidence to come to this conclusion that we don't even have an open mind about it? Because I've done a lot of research on this topic. It's my curse.
And so if you were to take that on, I mean, have you,
Well, yeah, so I
have you gone off?
that's just what I was
Oh man.
chosen not to be good.
Whoops.
Really top-notch history. I mean, I'm torn because I think good work is good work, and that should be valued. But at the same time,
Hi. Very cool.
I decided.
Cool collection. Sold.
Well, the sugar in this too. We have pictures.
Yes.
We got a tapper. Imagine wearing this on your back.
If somebody wants something, let me know.
What is this?
It's a sugar. It's a fruit auger or sugar devil.
A sugar devil.
Yep. And
So that's like you would use this once it gets hard, or?
so back in the 1800s and stuff, you would put dry fruit and put it in barrels and pack it and send it to the general store. And they'd take this and twist it into them. And there's about probably 10 different designs of these things.
A sugar devil.
Sugar devil. And then as they started to pack maple sugar, they used it for the same thing.
Okay.
And this would break up the sugar, and you'd put it in a dish and come over here.
2 years ago, and he started to get a few.
And these are sugar nippers.
Okay.
And you take a chunk of sugar and break off what you wanted and put it on your plate. And this is a bigger one to break up bigger chunks.
No kidding. I would have never. I would have walked right by one of those and never known what it was for. That's cool.
Do you know the story about the real chemical analysis of who discovered maple syrup storage?
No.
There was a chemist that worked for a white sugar company in the mid-30s, and what they did is they finally came up with, because up until then most of it was sugar because they couldn't store it. They figured you have to put it in a sterile jar, has to be at least 180 degrees, and what's the other one?
Well, it had to be hot enough so it didn't spoil.
Yeah, and
66 bricks,
So it
yeah.
had to be around 66 to 67% sugar, and that's when they started selling maple syrup.
It was the 30s.
Yeah, the mid to late 30s. You know,
Okay.
there's somebody that worked for a white sugar company that discovered what was necessary to be able to preserve maple syrup in a jar for long lengths of time.
That's cool. I did not know that. So what is the coolest thing here, in your opinion, that you think is just particularly neat?
Well, that's a good question. That's a loaded question.
Like, I'm trying to figure out what that big thing is. That's for measuring trees?
Yeah, measure trees, yeah.
That's for measuring maple trees.
The sugar devils.
Can you see the different...
Sugar nippers.
There's different...
Yeah, different.
Like I said, there's like 15 different designs of these things.
Right.
Yeah, lots and lots of designs.
I mean, they're almost done.
I don't, my personal opinion with all this stuff, and I don't have it here, is my maple sap bucket separator.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's after you beat them apart. You need something to get them apart? Oh, wow. Where'd that come from? This is a spout book.
Yeah, Hale Mattoon.
Wow.
And he's the spout guru of Vermont.
No way.
And if you have a spout question or something, he's going to be the person that knows about it. So as far as I know, there's 3 of these things known in existence, and it's right here. And these little ends here, when the bucket was real tight, you'd start here, and you twist it a little bit, then you move to this one here, then you move to this one here, and it was really jammed, and it wouldn't come apart. You twisted that way.
Gotcha. So you stick it inside and then lever it.
Under the collars.
I got you.
In between the jam collars.
I got you. So a sap bucket wrench.
Yeah. And I didn't bring it with me because
It's rare.
I didn't want to lose it.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
The Spout Collector's Bible right there.
That's cool.
So all these spouts are all listed in there by state.
And they're all variable, like they're different? I mean, they look so similar.
Well, they're all the same, but they have coded. There's letters on each one, you see.
I got you. So different years, or
We don't know.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
But they just what happened was like these are all done by one patent one guy, and
they were called the Sewell, right?
no, these are the
S-O-U-L-E?
Warners.
Warners.
And it was James Warner of Essex, Vermont, where I live.
Okay.
And so you can see all the different ones he had on there, and they just kept changing them a little bit, and kept
Repatent, a new patent.
more patents and stuff. And these are also Warner spouts too.
Okay.
So they tried some of the trough ones, and these here, they're all Warners, and they just change them a little bit.
Is this your collection here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This whole table here?
Yeah. Well, up to.
Is the float yours there?
The float's mine. Yeah.
That's cool.
And the lead siphon.
The lead siphon?
Yeah, pure lead.
Just to keep your wife out of the sugar when she was trying to sneak some.
That's right. But if you look at the end of that hammer, you can see how many thousands of times it probably pounded spouts into a tree.
Spout pounder.
That's what that is, huh?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Cool.
Did you see the siphons?
No.
So these, so they would stick these in the sap and transfer the sap from one pan to the other.
That's how they did it?
Yes.
So you'd get it started and then put something over it.
Yeah. And there's a gentleman here that actually used one like this here, and what they'd have to do is open the valve,
Suck on it.
and suck the spout up, the sap up here, and then shut this off, and then start the siphon.
You just didn't want to burn your mouth when you
He
do
said
it.
he got burned a number of times.
Yeah.
He's right over there. The guy that used
Well, you figure the steam would come first.
yeah.
One thing about it, he didn't have any hair on his tongue.
You burn the hair right off his tongue.
And of course, this right here is pure lead, so
Is it really? Is it heavy?
it's heavy.
Oh my goodness.
And that's just tin.
This tin.
I don't know that would pass organic inspection
I don't
today.
think it would, but you feel that one there.
Oh wow.
It would definitely sink to the bottom.
Yeah, it would probably homemade because the kink there where the guy bent it around.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's cool. I didn't even know that existed.
And then these over here, if you look at these here, these are the pieces that would go together to
Make a mold
put the mold here and go together.
so it would have a shape when it got hard.
Yeah, and there was some sort of flat piece of sugar with that on either side of it.
I got you. So that's how they knew who's it was, like the brand.
Yeah, yeah.
What was special about this piece of wood?
This one here, he got the owner of this stuff got this out of a sugar house that auction he went to, and this is a place where the a trough spout was driven in. So it was one of these spouts here that was pounded into the tree.
I got you.
And then it dripped into the bucket. And this one here is one where the damage, they used to take and carve out the bark down just about to the actual cambium layer.
Yep.
And then they had a spoon bit, and they would spoon it out. And then right here, they put a little trough.
You can see the shape of it right there.
Like one of these here.
I would have looked at that and never saw. I was wondering like who put a piece of wood on the table. It looked like good firewood to me.
Well, that's what he thought when he saw it until he noticed those couple holes. In
That's
it.
pretty cool. People started bringing me things here and there.
Yeah.
I have quite a few of these with,
Yeah.
and it seems to me the label was common.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was there more to this that actually pounded into the tree?
Yes, yeah.
And it rotted off eventually?
Yeah. Yeah. And I just polished up a maple cookies that I cut out of a tree that was like, it's only like that thick. And you've seen the maple cookies and stuff, except the center of it was rotted in a circle like that, where the rot line was like as big around as my thumb, about that long, where somebody had probably put something huge in the tree like that wooden spout, and just cut a big hole in the thing. Even these spouts here caused a lot of damage.
Oh my, yeah.
These are Canadian spouts, and they screwed them into the tree.
I see that.
They're a half-inch hole or bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You got a square end for your wrench.
Yeah. And it had a special wrench that went into a bit brace, and you just crank the thing in
And loosen it up.
and pull it out in the spring.
How about that?
Those are patented in Canada. So I don't know how much they ever got used in the States, but they were
Gotcha.
used up there. So
The Sewell style, is that what this is here?
yeah, those are all Sewell spouts. Yeah. And they and just like the rest of them, they had a number of different common ones of the hooks and things, and then different troughs. And this was an open trough all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
And just people, whatever they could.
Look at this. Wow.
Yeah, those are made, and actually the guy was in Illinois that patented that. And let me see if that's it.
I have never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like that.
This one here is from Vermont, and it was patented in Cabot, Vermont.
Okay.
And I had a friend that collects maple spouts, and he wanted to find one of these. It's called the Tebbit spout, and so he called up the town clerk in Cabot, Vermont, and said, "Is there anybody by the name of Tebbits in Cabot?" He said yes, and the lady's name was Mary Tebbits, and she was married to the grandson of the guy that patented this. And
She had some.
And she had some, and he got one from her. And I said, I want that the same thing as the agriculture commissioner for the state of Vermont. Well, her son's name was Anson Tebbets, and they still live on the same farm where this thing came from.
Wow. So that was molded. Is that made of lead or
No, it's some sort of metal.
aluminized?
Yeah.
I can't believe how many variations. And it's such a small, we've been in this maple, we're such a blink of an eye. I mean, this is,
There's just
the technology for maple production has changed the most recently, but
yes, but it's it really advanced from what
wow,
was originally there. And so this is one, and it was John O'Connor, and it was it has a very unique bucket cover hook, and I've never seen one of those. So if you want to take a look at another one with people, they made, like this gentleman here's got all sorts of old pail covers.
I think it's cool, yeah.
So if you look at this one here,
Oh, it's a unique pail cover. Look how complex that is. Currently, it's like a bear trap.
yes, and so that
Look at
clamp, that clamp goes on.
That'll get the mouse before it gets in the bucket. It's like a mouse trap on that thing. Wow.
Ohio spouts. You're from Ohio, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
There's a whole area of Ohio spouts.
so that's a
Well, they're the best ones, I'm sure.
so this was 1889 patented by that, and there's that same cover right there in the bucket.
How about that? That's an Ohio
Yeah,
design.
yeah.
We don't like the mice in our buckets. We want to get them before they get in there.
Right, yeah. Keep the rain and snow out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spouts that came from
Conneaut, Ohio? What? Look at that, Fred. Conneaut, Ohio. There's a GE
Record.
planter.
George Record.
Yeah. And I've
George Record scholarship. My kids have gotten that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And here's one of those spouts with the metal bracket on it.
So
right
this
there.
is the George Record spout?
Yeah, that one right
Conneaut,
there.
Ohio? Who knew?
Wow.
I gotta check out those record spouts. Something good did come out of Conneaut, Fred.
Yeah.
Baker's taking motor oil. That's the way you do it right there.
Some really good ones. I'll come back and vote on it later.
Fred and I decided not to go to Boston. Why, Fred?
Oh, we can see the second half of Ohio State.
Second half of the Ohio State game. I think we're done, and we can be home
Continue
tonight.
on US 20 East for 3/4 of a mile.
And it just wasn't. It was kind of a ad lib idea, kind of a winging it type thing, and we really don't know where we're going. So I think being home Saturday night sounds better than being home Sunday night. That's really that's what it is.
It does.
So out of Sturbridge, heading back to Ohio. So hey, thanks for stopping by. Catch you in the next episode. Right, Fred?
Yep.